I have been thinking long and deep about the state of our relationships in America and the world in general. And in my black communities, it is an epidemic to creating functional dating practices, beautiful relationships, and righteous marriages. And we all know when it comes to these subjects, we all are quite clear. We can use a hand in understanding just what the hell is going on and what are we doing. It's very important that I put more thought into developing many videos. And this is the first that I am putting out there based on my new studies. Welcome to the Foundation for Elevation Station. My name is Leon Meredith, and I want to give credit to a bit of my research from a gentleman called Ho Math. He goes under this, and he's an intellectual. He's intellect on another level. And without further ado, I hear a certain term that we have in the communities. In my black community, they say, date with a purpose. And many people believe that people don't date with a purpose, but I believe that we do. Date with purpose. So I plan to talk about what you see on the screen now. This is a format of the way in which men date psychologically. This is what's going on. And it's quite simplified based on some things I was studying, because we need simplification and just in the world. Some things get so technical it get us confused. When men approach dating women, marrying women, engaging in general, the first and primary thing that crosses a man's mind is here. It is her beauty, her face, or how voluptuous she is, and in all degrees it matters from head to toe, based on how much obesity is there or how much cushion is not there. It all factors into how a man judges a woman. Now, I see a lot of men in this world. We are relegated to obtaining the levels of ladies that we are trapped in the getting. We are not able to get our peak level of desired lady because of our finances, maybe our game. It may be the way our attire is. Are we presentable to their friend groups and family? See, all these things factor into us not being able to get our peak desire. But it doesn't change a man truly in his heart knowing that this is the primary reason or attraction that he has in females, is her beauty. And I stand behind that. And me moving to being an older type of man, I value other things also. And this brings us to section 2. This is the number 2 level of how a man rates a woman he comes in contact with, and choosing to try to put her in several categories. It's her patterns of thoughts, the patterns of feelings she has, and the patterns of behavior from her previous life and her present life. Now, we not talking about maybe 10, 15 years ago, but at least within the last couple of years of the thought processes that she exhibit. How does she live her life? How does she date? Is she able to hold a functional, precise type of conversation on, how many levels? What it is that feeds her spirit? All this matters in a secondary type of position, but very important. So me moving into a later elder statesman, middle age or what have you, I would put a certain percentage on her looks and a certain percentage on this. With this, it could be 40 and 30%. 40% are looks, 30% I'm putting onto this. And this is the type of scenario and thought process that all successfully minded creative men go through. So I like to believe that I'm speaking for a large degree of civilized men that want to climb higher in our society. The next subject really is a negative. This is where it could take how a man views a woman, and it makes her drop down to other levels because of her availability to other men. Does she entertain men? Is her social media filled with booty pics to attract men, or to keep the avenues, the lanes of access to other, free dates and other attractions and attention? If this is happening to her, will drop her down on this level. She can be almost great. And here she's on the wifey level at this point, but a man will see her access and availability to other men and drop her down. She gonna definitely drop down to at least one of these levels. And we'll talk about that. Well, I'll talk about it now. See, this is the wife level where we meet a lady and automatically she looks great. Her patterns of thought, she's going after things in life. All this may matter to the point of placing her in a possible wifey scenario. She is worth investing on a new level in our life. Financially, time-wise, she is the best possible woman that will fulfill the minimal level of our primary desires. I hope you guys understand, because I'm trying to be all encompassing to all levels of people, especially the people of my community. But if she has the availability factor she's given to other men, and maybe even dating other men, you putting her down to either a hookup or casual type of interaction. Now, what happens on this is it could go back up to wifey status, but usually with the continued availability to men, it will drop her to this level. And sometimes this is the public line. Like when you dating a lady, or where a man is dating a lady and he's willing to take her in public and let the public see that this is a lady that I'm courting, or a lady that I'm hooking up with, or I date casually. Now, beneath this level is, we just gonna keep this between us. I really don't want the public understanding that I'm hitting you because you dealing with all these other men. And really, I see you at 9, or I could slap through, 11, 12 at night, at midnight. You really don't want this type of connection being known because she's dealing with multiple other men. And if she's downright just, you know, triple X rated, she's doing a lot of things, ladies, men will just keep you as a sneaky link. And a lot of ladies, you can understand when you dealing with these areas and you having unprotected sex with a man, you can't allow yourself to get pregnant, because you already understand that this man does not like cherish you. Ladies, you shouldn't engage in these types of relationships just to seek pleasure or seek menial benefits, menial financial benefits, to pay small bills or to go to a nice place to eat or even go to a play. We're moving in our society, if we are ladies and we claiming that we want to be, you know, a great representation of what a woman, a queen, is supposed to be in our communities to the children, the way in which we date must change. And so many ladies do not understand this type of stuff. When we talk about ladies and we talking about what men want and where we are placing you, understand that when it comes to your children, your degree, your job, and any hobbies you may have, this means either nothing to a man, or it could mean a little positively or a little negatively. It is not strong aspects of a woman that this weighs heavily on a man who wants to be successful, a man that's building to be successful. Because you have children already. For most men in this type of level, this automatically relegates you to here down. I'm not saying that a woman with children can't be a wife or worth investing, because she may be a woman that's not dating other men. If a woman has children and she's dating other men, it's very difficult for a man to place her into this type of position. He may try for a couple weeks or maybe a month or two to get this area, availability of the man, other men out of her life, to have her wholly focus on him to be, you know, a sole potential man, a sole potential husband. I mean, a wife. See, that's how a man thinks. Or if he doesn't think like that, he has already relegated you to this type of level. Well, we just hooking up. It really can't blast off into no other area. So if a lady is looking to represent and be a great representative of marriage, of how to date functionally and effectively in our community, so the young ladies can have this type of example, a lady wants to begin to eliminate men from her life. Even if you have children, you want to eliminate the multiple availability you give to men, so that any potential men you meet will be able to visualize you in a wifey potential from day one. Because we're not looking at you like that if you are dating multiple men, if you have booty pics all over the internet. We really, you know, gonna put most ladies like that here. No matter how much money you make, I'm just gonna slide through and hit something. This is just a casual type of booty call scenario. Is she wifey? No, because she has control over the sexual market, to the sexual interaction, to guide a man's desire for her into this. This is where I'm saying to women, you have the power over me, to be loving, nurturing enough, charismatic enough. They say, I want to put that term on women too. Charismatic enough to get yourself in this type of wifey scenario. It's possible for women overwhelmingly more than anybody believes but me. I believe women have so much ability that if they cut this out, work on this, and get to a better level of this, so many women could have an assortment of men that want to put them in this area. But it has to come here mainly. And I know it's hard to change, many ladies' physique. A lot has got out of control in our community with our compositions. But you can be less revealing and make it, not, visually look so sloppy with stuff hanging. You can, get a certain dress wear. Not exactly dressed like a something hanging and it's open, but I seen some women, they have a certain kind of attractive, voluptuous shape, but they're obese and they're able to layer the clothing in a certain way to give a hourglass or a real big hourglass type of visual effect that will draw a man in. I see, many women doing it. So it's possible not to lose all type of leverage in this area. But if there's some big girls that naturally have a type of shape, a type of, silhouette. The symmetry is nice enough to still give a certain allure and attract a man. Well, I hope this helped a lot of ladies get a deeper understanding of how men view dating and the experience of being blessed to interact with you ladies. Because you are queens and so powerful, and so are the kings. I am on this station to enlighten, to get more positive, loving relationships to start. And it starts with understanding the way each other think. And I hope this assisted anyone, any ladies, in understanding how men view the dating market and the qualities you have as ladies. And I'm not speaking about any men because it's levels of thinking to this, but primarily men that are on the rise that you want think something close to this, ladies. They think in this type of direction. So I love you. And be aware, I'm coming. I know it's hard getting together the ladies ones. Like it is so complicated. Woo wee, that is the beast. I got it down though. I love you and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.